Hi, Cindy. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So you all know that an election is fast approaching, stories flying up and down, and the truth is that I really do not understand some black men. I am not saying all black men, right? And all at the same time, I do not have problem with whoever people are voting for. But where I have problem is when people give out false news or false information, probably to justify the reason why they are voting for the other person, right? And recently, if you look around, probably when you come to social media, you definitely will see a lot of black men coming out to give flimsy excuses on why they are probably not voting or why they are voting for who they choose to vote for, right? And the truth is that I have seen the policy that was given to them, which I feel was pretty great for anybody. I mean, like for black men, that was really a very great policy, right? But some people are asking for something else at the same time, going on social media, spreading false information. It is absolutely okay to choose whoever you want to choose without coming on the internet to lie or make a fool of yourself. You aren't doing anybody any good. You are tarnishing your image. Social media is really very broad. Let's get into this.
Dude, what? How? How? Are there this many of you right now? You guys are unreal.
So you saw the raccoons in the dumpster. That means you know what time it is. And I don't know who this Rocket Raccoon is. I just know I will be posting this video under this video on X. Let's get it.
Hey, just yelled in the street, Trump 2024. What makes you love Donald Trump?
If you're truly a patriotic American, how could you not love Donald Trump? If you actually are somebody that does your research and your due diligence as opposed to being pushed by somebody else's propagandist talking points, how could you hate Donald Trump?
Yes, he actually said research and due diligence. How could this possibly go wrong on my page?
Could you hate Donald Trump? He's the most popular businessman in American history.
At this point, did he say history? They're just making up stuff. Because Donald Trump is not on this list or this list. This man actually said most popular businessman in history. Like John D. Rockefeller doesn't exist. Like Steve Jobs doesn't exist. Like Madam C.J. Walker doesn't exist. P.T. Barnum, anyone? What has Donald Trump given that will rival the name recognition of Estee Lauder? What historical narrative are you reading? One that Andrew Carnegie just doesn't exist in? Do I really need to say it? Do I really need to say it? Henry Ford? Henry Ford. Oprah Winfrey. I can literally do this all day, historically. But I know there's more video to get to. So let's get it.
A movie to be popular throughout all of before 2016. Who has the most cameos?
A relatively low bar for president, and they still act like Google costs millions of dollars to use. Cameos? Hell, I'll give you all the movies that Donald Trump has appeared in, all 11 of them, and that still won't add up to a third of the cameo appearances that Stan Lee made in movies before his death in 2018. Minute of silence for Stan Lee. Okay, continue.
I find it funny that as soon as he became a Republican, he became racist. But name me that racist that won an NAACP award. I'll wait.
I'll get to that I'll wait part in just a moment, but let's be clear. Before Donald Trump switched parties 5 times in the 80s, he was already a racist. And quickly, I'm just going to mention 1972 and housing discrimination. against black people. And as a card-carrying member of the NAACP, tell me what NAACP award you are talking about. Because I know you all are not talking about this still, because this has nothing to do with the NAACP. And Donald Trump did not win this Ellis Island Award for any work in racial justice. Ellis Isle Medal of Honor was given to Trump in 1986, but not for racial justice. But lying is you all's strong suit, because it's no longer misinformation. You all are willfully lying. Instead, the Ellis Island Medal of Honor was given to Trump, who was a real estate developer at the time, for his contribution to the city of New York throughout his development projects. And this award has nothing to do with the NAACP. Next lie.
Peace around the world when Trump was in office. Why are we in war right now?
Did he really say peace around the world during Donald Trump's administration? You can't make this up. Was it peaceful in April 2017 when Trump authorized the dropping of 59 cruise missiles across Syria in the first United States military action in that country's civil war? Yeah. I guess it was peaceful in the Middle East when Trump ordered the killing of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, leading to Iran launching missiles against U.S. forces in Iraq. The retaliatory strike left dozens of U.S. service members with traumatic brain injuries that Donald Trump downplayed. Several global conflicts happened during the Trump administration. Continue.
Oh, and for that daggone bill y'all want to keep talking about the border, well, y'all were okay with the administration giving $60 billion to Ukraine so they can put 1,500 at the border.
First, I'm not going to even explain to you where the money that is allocated to send weapons to another country called aid goes to, or how it's spent to create American jobs. Yeah, that's too nuanced for you. Now, this Rocket Raccoon has shown us he does not have the prerequisite brain cells to rub together to do any research, much less understand the following. The border bill he's talking about, with its $60 billion in aid to the Ukraine, was crafted by James Lankford, a Republican representative from Oklahoma. And for all that talk about the $60 billion in aid that was included in the border bill, you do know that that $60 billion in aid still was voted on and passed by the Republican-controlled House of Representatives. Right? Right. Continue.
Something else deeper for you to think about. Didn't they leave millions and millions of guns in Afghanistan unguarded and unattended and left the country? Directly after that, Xi Jinping and Putin came down and gave them legitimacy?
Did he say millions and millions of guns? Millions. It's a shame when you can't even get your own talking points right. The talking point you're trying to make is the one where Republicans inflated the cost of the military equipment seized by the Taliban after the United States withdrawal from Afghanistan. See, the invalid talking point you were supposed to be spewing was not about millions and millions of guns. It was supposed to be about how the withdrawal left 83 to 85 billion dollars worth of equipment in Afghanistan, which would have still been invalid because 82.9 billion is the amount of money that the United States spent on equipment between the time the war started in 2001 and the time we withdrew from Afghanistan in August of 2021. And only a portion of that figure actually went to military equipment. And the experts already said that much of the equipment had been used up or otherwise inoperable. That's why the military left it. But in all fairness, the United States did leave behind equipment with the Afghan security forces that the Taliban just overran and took. Continue.
Biden give Putin access to a gas pipeline. And then directly after that, he went to war with Ukraine. And then what was it?
Actually, the Biden administration waived the sanctions on the Russian gas pipe company that was building the pipeline regardless, to make it cheaper on our allies, Germany. I personally thought it was a weak-ass move, but it's not the worst deal a United States president has made because of our European allies. He goes on to talk about that was a catalyst for Ukraine being invaded by Russia, even though the Ukraine was originally invaded by Russia in 2014, and Vladimir Putin was going to invade the Ukraine regardless. The Rocky Raccoon also goes on to criticize the deal the United States made to free Brittany Griner in exchange for arms dealer Victor Booth, who is trademarking his tea and selling weapons to the Houthis. Business as usual. But we got to see Brittany Griner in the Olympics and the United States women's basketball team win the gold. It's a win.
This is all I got from this video. It is the raccoons falling off from the ceiling for me. I mean, I don't know. Okay, where will I start from? I've been saying a lot. When I say a lot of black men, I am not saying, like, I am just going to talk about a lot of black men out there. I mean, spreading a lot of false information. I really do not understand what their target or what their problem is or why they are doing that. But it's kind of absurd and really not making sense to me, because, like, if you look at the opportunity already that has been given to them, like, the policy that came to them, also, like, I think it's really a very great policy. But it looks like some people are not even ready or not even changing their mind about what they feel or what they think about about themselves, right? Because I don't know how, I mean, everything has been all like, that you stand a whole lot of chances of making it or being safe at a place, but you choose to be on the other side, which is okay. I don't want to condemn. I don't want to start asking people, why do you have to do this? It is there. They are exercising their rights as humans, but while exercising your rights as humans, there are some things you should be able to think through. How is this going to affect me? How will this, what if I have a daughter? What if I have a son? Will this policy also be good for my children or my nephew, my nieces, or the people, my neighbors, people that I don't even know? For me, this is how I consider some certain things. When people there are some things people will tell me, I sit back or think about it. Is this really a very good move? Because when you are the only one benefiting from a particular government, let's say we are all 100 in a room, and just about 5 persons are benefiting from that, from that room. I think it is safe to say that it is actually not beneficial. Though to some 5 persons it is. But what happened to the rest of 95? So it means that 95%, 95 people are not okay, but just only 5% are okay. It is not a win-win for those that really understand what I am saying. Check it to know when something is a win-win. When it's a win-win, you absolutely will know. When you are saying 70-30, 80-20, 60-30, 60-40, you can say, yo, it isn't kind of better, but not like completely, but you can spit your chest and say, we met changes or we are making progress. But this time, I don't know where we're going to, because it looks like we are just running around a pepper tree, and you all know that you cannot climb a pepper tree. I don't know if that does make sense, you know. Majority of the videos that I've been seeing are absolutely not encouraging, because it looks like some people are waiting to be spoon-fed, which you all know that it's not going to happen. Some people are, I saw some videos, which I am not like, I do not want to elaborate on it, but I really do not understand how some people will feel like. I mean, it is an opportunity for us to tell Black women who we are and what we can do and what we cannot do. But amidst of all that, I see so many great Black men out there pushing out, calling other Black men, calling other people to stand up and do the needful. And one thing I am going to tell you all is that I really hope that things don't turn out really very bad. Because if it does, it's already been bad for so long. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.